Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Today we're going to teach you all about Zoroastrianism. So, Zoroastrianism started...
Fun fact! Did you know there are 7 syllables in Zoroastrianism? Zor, O, A, Stri, A, Niz, M!
Zoroastrianism began in ancient Persia, what is now called Iran. Iran is the second largest country in the Middle East, made up of the Iranian Plateau, and is also one of the most mountainous countries in the world. Iran also makes up the northern and southern borders with the Caspian Sea and the Persian Gulf. The overall climate is pretty arid, which is little or no rain and dry. In the northwest, winters are cold with sub-freezing temperatures, spring and fall is relatively mild, and summers are very hot. In the south, winters are mild and summers are very hot as well.
All over the world there are people who practice religion and go to their holy place called fire temples, where they have their worship rituals. During these rituals, there's an altar that is placed in the middle of the building with ashes on top. The ashes are then lit on fire, and fire significance their light and focus. It also provides a source of energy and protection.
Fire that is mixed together with pure clean water is used for purification ceremonies. This prepares a person for a spiritual and physical cleaning.
I'm very curious to know how it all began.
Well, in ancient Iran, there was a man named Zoroaster. Zoroaster was inspired after the peaceful society was ruined by warring tribes. He started preaching about the struggle between good and evil. At first, people just thought he was crazy. But then Zoroaster met the ruler Vishtaspa. Vishtaspa embraced the religion, protected Zoroaster, and helped to spread Zoroastrianism. Zoroaster died at about 70, and the religion just kept on expanding.
Wow, that was cool. Hey, let's learn more!
Rites of passage and rituals.
Everyone was included in all the rituals because they were a community and believed in the same things. They all followed the rules to have a healthy living, and not only for themselves, but for others, to get respect from one another.
Okay, let's get into the beliefs.
Fun fact! Did you know that there are 5,000 people in Canada who follow the religion of Zoroastrianism?
So what kind of stuff do they even believe in anyways?
I know!
I take this one. Basically, the beliefs are that there is one supreme God, Ahura Mazda, and he is good. As humans, we choose between good, Ahura, and evil, which is embodied by Ora Menu. They believe Ahura Mazda will one day come to Earth, defeat evil, and restore Earth to its former glory. Also, when you die, your good and bad deeds are weighed to decide where you go. Next, let's talk about festivals.
The first festival is called Nowruz. It's a celebration they call for the new year. It's celebrated on March 21st, and it reminds everyone to start spring cleaning because spring is upon. It's a popular time to get together with family and send cards to friends and relatives that don't live near. Family and friends get together at one's houses.
The next festival is called Zara Snow Disco. It's a holiday to commemorate the death of Zoroaster. He was the founder of Zorian. It's one of the most important days of grieving for him. Large packs of families visit the fire temples and pray for as much time as they need.
The Mado-Zaram Gamarb is celebrated mid-spring. Associated with heaven and dance, represents the birth of stars and cloud of the fire of the universe. The Mado-Yashiam Gamarb is celebrated midsummer. It represents water and symbolizes creation of water when the universe cools down, which envelopes the globe. The Peidiashimen Gamarb is celebrated in the Harvest Festival. It represents creation of Earth when the universe cools down. The Aetherium Gamarb, which is celebrated at the end of autumn, it represents plants, and the first sign of life is the vegetation that emerged from the soil of the earth. The Madrium Gamarb is celebrated midwinter. It's associated with plants, shows evolution of animals, and observed from the 2086 to the 290 of a Zoroastrian calendar. Let's go. The Hamaspeth Madian Gamarb is celebrated March 16th to the 20th. It celebrates mankind, the Feast of All Souls, and shows evolution of mankind on Earth. The next festival was called Yelda. It's a festival held on the night of December 21st. Families and friends get together at one's houses and celebrate the longest and darkest night of the year. They try to stay up all night.
This night was celebrated because this was the time evil of Iron were imagined to be at their peak, so it was made of comfort, protect, and the people.
Guys, you would think after all of this, you know what the main building is called.
The name of the building that Zoroastrians used is called fire temples. Back in the day, the fire temple used to be called a firehouse, and what it looked like was 4 massive pillars with no walls and a dome-like roof. Nowadays, it's called a fire temple and looks like a shrine hall. Zoroastrians mostly use fire temples for worship rituals, but it is also used besides that. The fire itself is their main focus and flames are up to 4 feet high. With that said, people drop in on a daily basis to pray, get warmth, cookery, and much more. They pray several times a day on what is called upon, whether it's about happiness or their founder or in the Book of Vesta. They also pray upon their motto in the religion, which is good words, good thoughts, and good deeds.
So it's time to talk about worship. Fun fact! Did you know that the religion Zoroastrianism was one of the most powerful religions in the world?
What are you guys doing?
It's praying. The Zoroastrians pray several times a day. They pray for Ahriman Mazda, who was the wide lord to the Zoroastrians. He created everything. They focus on the 3 sayings, good words, good thoughts, and good deeds. They pray at home, beside the sea, or somewhere in the open, facing a source of light. They can choose to pray alone or with people.
And finally, we have scriptures.
The book used in this religion is called Avesta or Zendavesta, which means the Book of Law. Avesta is important to this religion because it contains law and the liturgies and teachings of the prophet Zoroaster. The original words that is written in the book is also from their founder Zoroaster. There are 2 sections in the Avesta book. The first section consists of hymns of praise, liturgical works, songs, and ritual purifications. These are broken up into 4 separate categories: the Yasna, Vinispred, Vyasht, and Vinidad. The second section in the book is the Cordian Avesta, which is text for liturgies used by priests in the daily prayers and activities. The language that is used in Avesta is the Old Avestan language and is similar to the Vedic Sanskrit language. This is a passage from the book, and it reads, LA is the light of the heavens and the earth, the parable of his life as if it were a niche from within a lamp. The lamp enclosed in glass, the glass as if it were a brilliant star lit from a blessed tree, an olive neither of the east nor the west, whose olive is well high huminous, through the fire scarce touched it, light upon light. Aleph doth glide whom will to his light. LA doth set forth parables for men, and LA doth know all things.
So that's pretty much everything for Zoroastrianism. Fun fact! Thanks for watching!